Being a parent is stressful and expensive, especially if you're a single mom. According to a recent study by the Hamilton Project, the average single mother in Indiana spends 27% of her paycheck on childcare. Barbara Harrington joins us in the studio with more. And Barbara, that's quite a chunk of change.
Well, it is, Joe. Childcare is actually the largest expense for most parents, but the crippling cost is especially difficult on single mothers. In order to work, they need someone to watch their kids, but only have one paycheck to cover the cost of care. Experts say that dilemma creates a vicious cycle, one they'd like to see the government help break.
Once there were two color kittens with green eyes.
Samantha Allen and her 2-year-old son Jonas spend a lot of time at home.
The Tickle Monster? Is it the Tickle Monster?
They use their imaginations to take them places their budget can't.
We don't get to do any fun stuff that we'd like to do. We don't get to travel. We don't get to, go to restaurants or order pizzas or do any of those things that a lot of people get to do with their kids.
That's because as a single mother, Samantha's paycheck doesn't go far. She works 2 jobs so she can send her son to the Monroe County YMCA's Center for Children and Families. And each month, she pays as much for childcare as she does for rent.
It's really challenging. You want the best place for your child, obviously. Somewhere where he's going to have a good time, where he's going to learn, where he's going to be stimulated, and somewhere where he's safe. But then you compare that to the prices of the places that you're looking at, and it can become incredibly challenging to choose a place that you can not only afford, but that's also going to be good for your child.
Women across the state are facing the same challenge as daycare becomes increasingly expensive. According to the Census Bureau, childcare costs for working mothers rose more than 70% nationwide from 1985 to 2011.
Childcare for some families can be the number one biggest thing that they spend their paychecks on. In many states, particularly if they have more than one child, they're spending more on childcare or early childhood programs than they are on their rent or their mortgage.
Hey, Aubrey, I think it's Hudson's turn.
At the Center for Children and Families, there's a waiting list for almost all ages. Director Jen Smallwood says running a high-quality program costs a lot of money, and centers often have no other choice but to pass some of their expenses onto parents.
The majority of the costs, probably 75 to 80% of the costs in early childhood programs are staffing. Because as you can imagine, for a family who has 1 or 2 or 3 children, if you have 10 or 20 children in a classroom, and how many teachers you need to make sure that those children are safe, well cared for, and educated on top of that.
The high cost of those programs is forcing some families to get creative. A Pew Research Center report released earlier this year suggests a recent rise in the number of stay-at-home moms could be related to the rise in childcare expenses.
A lot of families will choose to find care with a grandparent or someone else who's watching a child, and a lot of times some people will call me looking for financial assistance because they don't want their child to be sitting at home watching TV all day when they could be engaged in all kinds of different developmental activities.
The state does provide assistance through its Child Care Development Fund. Vouchers subsidize the cost of care while parents are working or going to school. But families have to meet certain criteria to qualify. The state looks at household income and the size of each family. Only those living at up to 127% of the federal poverty line, or $30,289 per year for a family of 4, can take advantage of the funding.
The national research indicates that really up until about 200, maybe 250% of federal poverty, that child care can still be an unreasonable percentage of a family's income.
The demand for child care assistance in Indiana far outweighs the funding available. There's a wait list of about 10,000 eligible children in need of vouchers, and the longer they wait, the more grim the outcome for their families. In some cases, high child care costs prevent parents from breaking the cycle of poverty.
To be productive at work, you have to be secure that your child care is safe in meeting the needs of your child. If you're concerned about your child, you're not going to be productive at work, and it makes it difficult to hold a job if you don't have childcare.
There's also this advantage within a high-quality childcare program that children are really receiving this sort of caregiving, learning, and developmentally supportive environments that help them prepare for school, kindergarten readiness. And studies are very clear that the children who start kindergarten well prepared are set for a much greater chance of academic achievement, including third grade reading level, graduation from high school, and the completion of college.
That's why Samantha sacrifices so much to send Jonas to a quality daycare. She dreams of a better life for her son.
I want him to be happy and healthy and smart and do well. And sadly, you know, as a single mom, you see the statistics that doesn't happen a lot for our kids. So I think that that's part of why we sacrifice so much to get him into the right schools at 3, because it doesn't look so good for him. And so if I can get him in the right schools, if I can sacrifice to make things better for him, that's ideally what we want to do.
Experts say in order to break the cycle of poverty, state and federal governments need to provide more child care assistance to families. Melanie Brizzi with the state's Early Learning Division says her office spends about $190 million a year on child care assistance. Most of that is federal funding, which has remained stagnant for several years. But last year, her office did receive some additional money at the state level from the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program, which allowed them to help some more kids.